Okay, guys. Hey, it's Emily from Hopscotch Interactive, and I am coming at you today with a live stream because, sometimes you just don't have time to put together the big videos. So, anyway, Matterport Pro 3 was announced today, and to say that I didn't think it was in the works for quite some time would be untrue. But I actually was quite surprised to see that the announcement came today. There have been lots of rumors, and there have been lots of folks that have been speculating about this for quite some time. Are they going to go in the direction of a better camera? Are they going to go in the direction of a more robust scanning device? And we have our answers now. So we have the Matterport Pro 3, which is just announced, and it is, as many thought, a camera that is looking pretty much like it is very much for that digital twin and AEC application, and would certainly make your residential virtual tours that much better because now with the LiDAR, we can go outside. But I think, or we could always go outside, but we can go outside perhaps even more easily now. Um, but I think that this is a game changer for anybody who is a BLK operator or who wanted to do more with their Matterport than they were able to do so far. So, I am wondering about, what is going to be the next thing people are going to do. Like, are they going to be trying to use this to expand their business to attract more AEC customers? Are they going to be able to use this somehow with their existing customers more? I'm just trying to figure that all out. And I think that that's where I'm at now. So, what changes for me now that I have this LiDAR in my Matterport? So if I have a Pro 3, what that means is that you're going to be able to get 20 millimeter accuracy in your scans. That means that it's going to be a tolerance of less than 1 inch. And I always felt like accuracy was something that Matterport came close on, but didn't really hit the bullseye on with their scanning, and that there were better options. Like, I use the iGuide, for example, because it has a more accurate scanning system, and that's because it's built on LiDAR and not on infrared. So for me, that's always been like a big, big plus for LiDAR as the sort of sensor or structure sensor for what we're creating and the 3D model that we're creating. So that part I'm all in on, and I think it's really great. I mean, I don't think that my residential real estate clients would necessarily notice a difference. Like, I looked at the tour that was up on their website as an example, and yes, it does look like a Matterport tour, and yes, it is going to enable me to scan outside. So that's awesome, and that will help me do things like surveys. I'll be able to do sort of a more robust survey of a job site. I'll be able to deliver the point cloud data to my clients more easily. We'll be able to do elevations more easily. But these are all, again, things in that design and construction phase that I don't think applies to a residential marketing use case. So that's just my first thought on that. And let's see. So we kind of covered this, but like, who really needs this, right? Like, I have 5 Pro 2s. Many of you know that. You've seen me talk about it before. I was an early Matterport adopter. I paid $4,500 for my first few Matterports. I've cycled through the Pro 1. I only have Pro 2s now. And actually, I can scan with my Ricoh Theta Z1. I can scan with my Pro 2. If I got a Pro 3, which I haven't ordered yet, but I'm definitely like, oh, maybe I need this, maybe I don't. And I'll talk about the reasons in a second why I think that. Um, I think that when I think about the people who would pay $5,000 or $6,000 for this, well, over $6,000, I guess, US, for this device. It really, to me, feels like people who are doing construction, who are doing any of these more I would say, trades when it comes to building and site inspections and understanding the data around a property. I've always felt that the data is overkill for a residential property unless we need it for the floor plans. And so for marketing, I've often felt that the Matterport was absolutely overkill. And we've sent our clients sometimes just in a totally different direction. We've said, let's do the Zillow tours. Let's use maybe iGuide. Let's use something else that's more custom and maybe a little bit more marketing focused for you, because you don't need the data and we don't need to spend the time collecting that data. The Pro 3 cuts the time it will take into apparently a quarter. Well, I'm not sure about that. I feel like it will cut the BLK time down significantly if you were using a BLK plus a Matterport. But if it's still taking 20 seconds to collect that data and to do that scan, then it's not really that much faster. Maybe it is. Maybe it's really lightning fast. I know you could probably cover a lot more space in the same amount of time. So that's awesome. And how much is your time worth? It's going to be worth, over the course of owning a product like this, several times the value of whatever you spend on it. And also for, the AEC folks, I think that this is not expensive. Like, this is way less than every other device that I think is available right now at this same, sort of sophistication of a device and what it gives them. So, am I going to buy it? I am probably going to buy it. I think that the reasons why I will buy it are the same as for any other technology, and just being a longtime supporter of the Matterport ecosystem. It does not have all the perfect things that I would want, though. And I'll tell you, one of them right now is something that a lot of folks are complaining about, is the ability to upload to Classic Plan. So the Matterport Pro 3, you can currently purchase on the US website for $59.95, and then you can buy a rechargeable battery. You can get this acceleration kit, which then would give you for $79.95, $2,000 more, you get the backpack, the extra batteries, or extra battery. You get Matterpack bundle, and you can just see by the list of things that they are offering that this is so targeted to an AEC client who would love to get 10 free Matterpacks. That's like, $500 worth of value for them right there. So this will definitely be like, I remember one time I went into a meeting for construction. I was pitching the Pro 2 and our services. And then they basically turned around and they bought 3 Pro 2s. They spent 15 grand or so. Just with like a wave of a hand, one meeting. It was nothing. It was literally nothing. And so I think that for the real estate folks, this is going to be a tough pill to swallow. I think for the folks that are expanding their business or working in more commercial applications and who are going to be needing this for, like I said, site inspections, all that stuff, this is going to really be a game changer for them because it's so much less expensive. And I know it's expensive, but it is still less expensive than the other alternatives, which is part of the strategy here. So does Hopscotch need it? Yeah, Hopscotch could totally use this. We didn't want a BLK. Will I keep it busy in the field every day as my new device? Maybe. We used mirrored cameras, DSLRs. Here, I've got one right here. We used mirrored DSLRs for a very, very long time. Right, here's a 60. And then we got our hands on, of course, like the new R lens, the R series. Like here's like an R5. And yeah, you know what? It feels better to use the new gear. It just is. It's just awesome. And it is so much more powerful and it makes your stuff look better. And so I always think of it as an investment into what is the latest technology that I could bring to my clients. So we are a good candidate for purchasing, if not one, then eventually getting most of our systems, or most likely at least a couple of our systems, swapped out for these. If I can justify the volume, and I think that I probably can. For example, over the weekend, we shot a 20 some thousand square foot lobby, and we did have a little bit of a alignment error in that lobby scan. It was just very big. There were reflective surfaces. Having a device like the Pro 3, I think would have cut the time down. It would have cut the error down because that infrared wouldn't have created a alignment error that would have expanded through the model in a certain spot. And I think it just would have been a cleaner looking scan. Now, on the call with my editor earlier today, and we're looking at it, is this something that I think my clients are going to notice? From a marketing standpoint, zero chance. They're not going to even notice the things that we will see as Matterport providers for a long, long time, how we can see those details. However, if I were trying to give a certain level of confidence about the quality of the scan to my clients, then yeah, I would probably be able to say, hey, this one was done with the Pro 3, 20 millimeter accuracy, although I don't know how that is in terms of large spaces yet. I haven't tested it. But I think that it will be more accurate, and you can stand by the accuracy of your data if you know that it was created with a device that is, just by the way that it was designed, is going to be more accurate. So that is a little bit of my takeaway on that. And let's see, last but not least, what do you think? I've been doing this for many years. I got my first Matterport in 2015. So it's been several years now. I think that Matterport is being requested a lot less from my marketing pack for my marketing packages. I think people have Matterport fatigue to some extent, although it is still considered to be, one of the best virtual tours you can make. And as a virtual tour provider, it allows us to pretty easily create a great product and very quickly, and it's very consistent. The Matterport scans that I have done, even by another photographer in New York or in Southern California or wherever, the camera is consistent. The technician may use or may not know how to do all of the best techniques, but certainly it will appear as a Matterport model. It will still look good. With a Pro 3 coming in, I noticed a couple things right off the bat. One was when you look down at the nadir patch, it's more of a like a square, or like it's not that Matterport hexagon that we're used to. So that thing for sure was a little bit different. And I was like, oh, I can tell it was made by this system just immediately, because I could tell the nadir patch was different. We also cannot upload to classic plans, and we cannot transfer to classic plans according to what people are saying in the forums. So if they are not able to transfer to those classic plans, so for a huge majority of people who already had classic plans, they will be like, hey, this is a real bummer. But most of the people I know by now who have classic plans, they also got the new plans. So it's not like they are going to be that much worse off because they can't transfer to their classic plan, except for that they wouldn't perhaps be able to do it for long-term storage. And clients of theirs who they're uploading to would also not be able to upload to those. So if you're doing a job for somebody and they have a classic plan, they're going to have to get a new plan. So those are some of my thoughts about this. It's like, what are the benefits, and will I use it? And like I said, like, I really think I will use it, but I wouldn't say that I was like, this was immediately like I must have this. I felt like it was okay, it's great, but I want to really think about how much am I going to use it? And then certainly for other people who do real estate, are they going to find that it saves them time? Then it might be worth the upgrade anyway. I think that in California, that $6,000 is different than $6,000 in other parts of the country. I think that price tag is going to deter a lot of people who would have otherwise loved to have upgraded. But I also am not sure that AEC Construction's digital twins is totally in their wheelhouse yet. So if they're not doing that business and in their business model, then and offering those types of services, that is a new thing that they have to break into. So does just buying a camera mean you broke into that part of the this new piece of pie that you're going to be able to get from your Matterport business? The answer is no. You have to still sell, you still have to have connections, you still have to have the expertise, and you definitely still have to know what you're doing in terms of your business and if it makes sense to invest like this. So that's my takeaway. It's that it's not, not all things are created equal. I really hope that we get some, hands-on experience here and that more people will be playing with it. I know that my friend Chris Petracco from Trusted Photo DC, it looks like he has a demo model and the embargo's over so he can talk about it. And I think that I'll certainly be looking to Chris and to others who've had their hands on this to let us know if they think it's great, if they're going to add it to their business. But I don't think that this is going to be a slam dunk for a lot of real estate marketers. I think it's totally separate. I think that the AEC folks or people who cross over into AEC and commercial are going to be the ones that are going to benefit the most from having this. And the last point before I jump, because I actually need to go do a floor plan, but hey, to anybody who's joined on the live stream, I know some of you will watch this later. And so I just wanted to get these thoughts out as I'm looking at the Pro 3 announcement and thinking about it. It looks like Matterport's stock jumped about 2% from this. And so that means that, it's favorable, but I don't know that we are really going to see the impact of this announcement for a few more days and to see sort of, is this just sort of a little skip right now and the investors and even existing shareholders who may be saying, okay, wow, I'm excited about this. I want to do more because I've been supporting Matterport for so long and I want to see them succeed. Maybe we'll see another bump and then that would be great, but it might just be a blip because sometimes a press release will come out and you will think, oh my gosh, like this is going to take off, but then it doesn't. So obviously it's still to be determined, but I am glad to see that the Pro 3 came out. I think it took them much longer and that we may have been expecting a little bit more from the Pro 3, but we got something pretty cool if you're using it for AEC, if you're using it for construction, if you need that really robust data. And then it's going to be your job. If you don't already know it, it's going to be your job to educate yourself on what can this do for your business. So I'm excited and I hope that, we're able to use it out in the field. Hopscotch already does a lot of scanning, and we have some construction clients that really love what we're doing for them already by supplying DWG CAD stuff and SVG files. So, if this enables us to add that exterior scan, we will be starting to compete with folks that do site surveys. And so I'm looking forward to that. So thanks guys for joining. For anybody who's still watching, thank you so much. Don't forget to, like or subscribe or send me some comments later. I am so thrilled to see that other folks care about this topic and how it will impact their business. And let's just see, fingers crossed that there are good things that come out of this for everybody who uses a Matterport camera. And for people who are new to the system, I think we're going to probably see folks that maybe were using Faro systems, who were using the Leica BLK or the Leica BLK to go, that they might see this as a very, very viable and attractive alternative to systems whose prices start at about 18,000 and go up from there, maybe 18,000 to 22,000 and even higher. Maybe I think it's, oh, I don't even know. Don't quote me on this, but I think it's like $75,000 for the Leica BLK to go. I think Chris Petracco is testing one right now, so I'll have to ask him how much it is. I don't remember, but if you guys want to chat about this, put it in the comments and we can respond. I'm sorry to say goodbye, but hey, good luck. And if you bought one today, I'd love to know why. I'd love to know what put you over the top and what put you over the edge to say, I need this camera and I need it now. So anyway, Matterport Pro 3 shipping in September, launched today, $59.95. And I hope it's good. Think I'm going to buy one. So I'll let you guys know if I end up pulling the trigger. Okay. Thanks so much. Have a good one.